Welcome to Be the Change YYC.
Welcome,
And today you have me, Chaz, and
Kayla.
Woo! So today we want to talk to you about homelessness. So,
What is homelessness?
and would you think you could become homeless?
It can happen to you or us.
So watch this clip and let us know what you're thinking.
So you said that you've worked for how long?
39 years since the day I turned 16.
And you've never collected a welfare check or anything?
I've never collected a welfare check, but I did collect a few UI checks when things were slow.
But I mean, so after how many years again?
39 years.
39 years you ended up homeless. Is this due to the recession?
No, losing my vehicle.
And then that just like snowballed from
It
there?
snowballed from there, yes. I had a nice little apartment in Airdrie. I was working in Cochrane for this company, and I was getting $28 an hour to be a carpenter. I was clearing 1,000 a week. Everything was great. I was hoping to see my children I haven't seen in 27 years, and it just fell apart.
And what about EI? Is EI something you could
Because
access?
this is a labor force, they won't give you EI.
As a contractor?
Yeah, because there was still work available. I just couldn't get to it because I don't have my truck anymore.
That's crazy. Like just losing your vehicle, you end up homeless. That's
Because I was living in Airdrie and working in Cochrane, and all the tools were in the truck too, and they got shipped back east when I was rebuilt. So I lost the apartment 4 months later. I did manage. I walked downtown for 3 months almost, Airdrie, from my apartment, and I finally got Alberta Works to send me some money, not realizing that my accounts were seized by the government because I owe a bit of back tax too. So,
Did you, right? Well, thanks for sharing your story, man. I really
problem.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
thanks for everything.
Wow, what a powerful story. And it just gives into the notion that, it's greed and corruption and
Yeah, and it's too sad to see that, now that this person, lost his car, he ends up homeless, and not only that, but being homeless, he can't afford to pay his taxes, which means that his bank accounts are gone. And this goes to show, I think, that any of us could really be homeless, and it just takes a little thing for us to end up that way.
And it just gives notion to the never ending cycle.
Yeah.
They don't give you a way out.
Yeah.
It's just never ending. You just keep going further and further and further into debt. And where does that land you? It lands you with no house because
Yeah.
you have no money to pay for somewhere to live. You can't get a job because you don't have a stable home.
Or a
where you
bank
can
account.
sleep, or even a bank account.
Yeah.
So what does that go to show?
Yeah, and once again, we are making homeless people criminals.
Yeah.
It's too sad to see and to be there and feel the stories and the emotions from these people. Just stop and acknowledge these people and give a moment of your time is what you could do to make them feel a little better.
One of the amazing things, Chaz, that I have noticed with some of the homeless population that we have here in Calgary is that there's so many artistic and beautiful people out there.
Yeah.
And take for example the next clip we're going to show you, and this man is named Andy. He is a beautiful banjo player. Hit it. So, all of our listeners, I feel like the biggest thing that we need to address with this video, which is the point, is the lack of resources for the amount of people who are homeless in Calgary.
Yeah.
It's absolutely astonishing.
Yeah.
And you know, getting out there on the streets and bringing these people resources, you hear amazing stories and even sad stories. And it just goes to show the lack of care and regard that the government really gives. I mean, if the government really cared, they would be providing housing and not making it so difficult.
And Kayla, that's a good point. And I think one of the problems is too is that as a society we do these big band-aid solutions. For example, we'll put homeless people into, you know, a shelter, and then half a foot across from them is another homeless person on the floor in the shelter. And you know, sometimes I wonder if I've seen zoos that almost keep a cleaner environment and are kept in a better condition than some of what these people have to live in.
And another note is, you know, the addictions.
Yeah.
The addictions, they do not address them properly, and that is another big problem. Is we have wait lists for addiction centers for people who want to get clean, but they make it nearly impossible. And you know why? I believe the government wants to keep them addicted.
Yep.
They want to keep them homeless because it brings revenue into the jail systems, and it brings revenue into
The police charging, the ambulance bills for having to pick people up.
vandalism.
Vandalism, and it kind of keeps the money going to keep people homeless. And that's something we see a lot. Quite often we see people that admit willingly that they have heroin addictions or alcohol addictions, meth, but they also
But
admit,
the biggest one right now is fentanyl. And
Yeah.
it's sad.
but a lot of them do admit that they want to go to detox, but they just can't get into detox.
So, in conclusion to this lovely video that all you wonderful people took your time to watch, thank you.
Very much.
We just wanted to say, you know, we're putting this out there to make awareness, to let people see and understand what it is we're trying to do. We want to be able to try and get more resources out there, and it's not only what we're doing now, bringing food and essentials and all that kind of stuff, but you know, we want to look into getting more resources for perhaps counseling or getting better occupancy rates with treatment.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, the horizon is so fucking broad. Excuse my language, but it's true. Like, you know, the sky's the limit. Like, only with your support we can go miles. You know, an inch gives you a mile if you take it the right way.
So join us weekly. We go out Wednesdays at 3 p.m. and we hope you, Calgary, as well, will join us and the rest of our team who couldn't be here today and show what it means to be a Calgarian and be the change YYC.